A week on from a series of explosions at a chemical warehouse that killed at least 114 people in the Chinese port of Tianjin, there have been more protests by residents who are demanding compensation for their damaged homes. Our correspondent John Sudworth has been talking to a firefighter who survived tackling the fires but lost his wife in the disaster.
Oh my God, look at that damage.
The scale of the devastation is breathtaking.
That's just crazy. All those containers are just piled up.
From this same vantage point a week ago, Dan Van Duren and his girlfriend Liu Ying caught the whole thing on camera.
I totally didn't expect the last explosion. It was like a nuclear bomb. That was the big one.
Could you actually feel the heat?
Oh yeah, I felt it on my eyes, on my eyeballs. It's just like it was cooking my eyes.
Chuen Li was one of the first firefighters at the scene. He was knocked unconscious, but more than 100 of his colleagues are dead or missing, including his wife, who worked as a cook on the same fire crew. We knew there was a fire, he told us, but we didn't know what was burning. Later, I saw on TV that there were 700 tons of sodium cyanide. It's an extraordinary admission. Chinese state media has been reporting that the use of water on a chemical fire may have made things worse. Better information could have saved many lives. There are claims, too, that it was corruption and lax regulation that allowed such large quantities of dangerous goods to be stored so close to people's homes. 1 week on, and the scale and extent of this disaster are still everywhere you look. This scene gives you just a glimpse of what it must have been like to have been inside one of those apartments when that extraordinary force tore through, ripping these window frames from their surroundings. We're about 1 kilometre from the disaster zone here, and this is just one apartment among many dozens to have been affected in a similar way. Local residents do not believe the promises that the air and water are safe. They want the government to buy their damaged homes. While the clean-up could take many weeks, the mistrust and anger may last much longer. John Sudworth, BBC News, Tianjin.
The names and details of